these wooden shutters on the windows behind me because there's a tree like right outside that window. So once we're supposed to get another wave of like storms that last slightly less time but might be almost as intense. So
Yeah.
during the podcast, you might just hear thunk, 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 thunk.
Well, yeah, I got one
Great.
here in the backyard. I worked on leaves from about 8 o'clock in the morning till 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Wow.
I filled up 17 lawn bags with leaves.
Yeah, screw that.
Hold on, I just want to. I'm checking to make sure Hannah's gonna survive here.
Yeah. Give me 1 minute. I just heard something in my basement. I need to go make sure nothing exploded.
Okay.
That should be clear. That second round didn't seem nearly as bad. But all that nice weather's heading my way.
Oh, yeah.
Wind advisory. Oh man.
Apologize to anyone on the live stream if my voice is ripped up. Went to a concert on Friday.
Oh, what'd you go see?
Nine Inch Nails.
Oh, he's touring again?
Yeah, it's only like 3 weeks until this leg is over.
How was he?
Oh, it was really good. Really did not like going to Vegas, though.
Oh, it was in Vegas?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
It was a really great show, though. Really good set list. 24 songs. Almost 3 hours.
yeah, dude, when I saw him on the it wasn't the With Teeth, it was a one after
I
that.
mean, Lights in the Sky.
Yeah. He played for an hour and a half on the nose and now done.
That's weird. He was playing back-to-back shows there, so I only got tickets to the first one. All good?
Man, yeah. It's just the tree hitting my house.
Oh, just attack badgers. No big deal.
Yeah.
Easy. Honey Badger does a badass.
Yep.
Yeah. So, if a tree comes through the thing behind me while we're podcasting,
It'll make for some good video.
Yes.
it will.
Will be internet famous. Alright, you guys ready to start this biz?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to another episode of That Video Game Podcast. I'm your host, Boston. Over there is Knobs.
Sup?
Over there is the Hannah.
I'm still alive.
Yay! Yeah, if there's a lot of weather over where my two co-hosts are today, so if things are a little weird today, they've just blown away.
Yeah, the Midwest is getting pummeled.
Yeah.
Yup.
So, heads up. Wanted to remind everyone here, I haven't reminded everyone in a while, that all of our opinions on this show are ours and not respective of our employees. Our employers. Or employees. Yeah, if you got a bunch of people working for you, you don't want to talk for them.
Underlings, really.
Yeah,
Yes.
minions,
Minions.
whatever.
If you will.
Yeah. So, don't sue us. Alright, so, who bought a PS4? My hand's up.
Not it.
Not it.
Okay, I'll talk about mine later then. Knobs, what you been playing?
Yeah. All right. Obviously, we're playing Monday Night Game Night, Left 4 Dead 2. We played No Mercy for the first time in a good long while.
Which one's the hospital one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
That's a good one.
the E1M1, pretty much.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we played that. Both teams both teams made it to the safe house in the first round. And the first thing out of my mouth after they made it through, pretty much walked right through us. I was like, "All right, guys, I think we peaked. I think it's all downhill from here." And boy, was I right.
Boy, that was just a disaster.
But we kept it within 50, 60 points the whole way through until the finale. And
Nice.
they were up. I got a great charge of Scott off the roof, who
Yes.
bounced on some zombies and off the edge.
Oh,
I was
man.
like, at that point in the back of my mind, it's like, we got a shot.
So you're
we got
saying
shot.
there's a chance.
We put them all down right around the helipad. They didn't make it to the microphone, and I was like, we were within a couple hundred points. I think we got it.
Guys, I think we could do this.
I think we got it. So we get out there, and I'm like, boom, I'm like a BB. I'm just like out there. I'm all the way to there, and I turn around. They're not even up the staircase yet. I'm like,
Oh no. God, Smalls, you're
So-
killing me.
so I double back real fast, clear everyone. Everyone's moving. We get up to the top again. Like I'm up off the roof. Boom, boom, down. I already hit the thing once, and I turn around. And Tom Gamer is maybe 50 paces behind me. I turn around to watch Ian biff the jump from the roof to the helipod. He's
Amazing.
down. And then as I'm walking up, Tomsy charges Urgent Fury off the roof and off the side.
Perfect.
And I'm
Nice.
like, all right.
Well, I guess we don't have a chance anymore.
So I get Ian up and make a mad dash. I hit the thing for a second time, and by the time we get there, I turn around, everything's on fire, and we're all down. And I think we lost by 100 points.
Jeez. I love that what do they call it? Crescendo? Was
Oh,
the
yeah, the
last
crescendo
whatever?
events.
I
Yeah.
love that. That's probably one of my favorite ones because it either you walk through it and all 4 people survive and everything was super easy, or it's just a disaster from minute 1.
Oh, it was comical at that point
Yeah.
because you turn around, like we couldn't have played it any better as the attacking team, and we're like, all right, we gave ourselves every opportunity to win this. Like we did the best we could at that point. And it
all fell apart.
It just the hinges fell off, the wheel fell off the wagon.
Wow.
It was bad. But it was still a good time. Everyone had some laughs, and it was it's always fun. I finished Vanquish this week.
Yeah.
Nice.
How was it?
That game ends abruptly.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. I guess that's not too surprising with that game.
Yeah, I don't know how to distract guys with my cigarettes, but at this point, I'm done. I don't care. But
Yeah.
I couldn't figure out how to light my own smokes.
Hmm.
So, I did have a lot of fun, like just upgrading guns. So I
Yeah.
all have little things. You just like if you have a gun that's full ammo, you pick it up. It's an instant upgrade for it.
Yeah, I liked that system a lot.
Because that seemed fair that you can milk that instead of just killing things really good.
Mm-hmm.
Had fun. Last boss fight with the Gemini things or whatever they were called, the twins.
I never got there.
Oh, it was total Zone of the Enders. It was pretty cool.
Oh, that's kind of
Nice.
neat.
It was really really neat. I didn't realize there were 2 different of those dudes with the little head things. The whole game I had no idea there were 2 of them.
Oh,
I
they're
thought
twins.
they were the same. I didn't know that until I got to that endpoint. I was like, wait, what? What? Like,
It's like finding out there were a number of lassies. It's like, oh, that was an old dog.
I don't know what's going on. Yeah, that game was dumb, but fun.
Are you gonna play through again?
No.
Is there a reason? Like, is there New Game Plus or?
Oh, there's
anything?
total New Game Plus,
Oh,
and there's
okay.
God Mode difficulty.
Ooh.
Or no, it had a dumb name. Of course it did. It had God Hard, I think was the name. It was hard and God Hard. I'm like, sure.
Well, you know.
The closing credits was kind of fun, but kind of super dumb.
Okay.
Like it gave you like all the little developers are floating around and like these things, and you got to shoot them, and you have to hit all the ones in this little section that pulls up, shows you their picture in their little 8-bit form or whatever.
That's kind of cool.
But it took a half an hour.
At some point, you just want to put the controller down and leave.
Like I'm sitting, it's like, oh, this has to be last year. Oh no, wait, this one's the last one because he comes up. He's a big star thing with like
Spinning
Easter
business.
Island heads flying around it. I don't know what it was, but it was like, oh my god, can I just set this down? Like,
Can I just go away?
and yeah, so that literally solved. That game solved nothing. Nothing.
Really?
Nothing. I had to keep reminding myself, it's like I'm on a satellite, right? Like, because
Sure.
it's huge. I was like, close the airlock. On what? We're on. Oh,
Oh, right.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Why? I mean, like, okay, so bad guys are always Russian, I guess now.
Yeah,
I mean, that's just
yeah.
whatever. Even though there was an oh snap moment with the president, because you kind of see the president, the chick lady,
Hmm.
kind of pulling the strings. Yeah, she did the honorable thing.
Hmm.
Like, and it was, I didn't pull away for a second. It was like, oh,
Oh, they're showing all this
I like,
business.
I was like, I wasn't expecting that at all, especially after her plan went all, went all pear shaped on her. It just like, okay, here it is, boom. I'm like, holy cow,
Holy
this got all sorts of world of series. That wasn't this game was supposed to be fun and
That's a
spacey.
Walking Dead moment here. Jeez.
Like, oh man,
Wow.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Hmm.
I guess no Russian.
Ho
but-
ho!
But it was weird. I mean, it was stylish. It was fun. I never felt your guns really got that powerful, which was disappointing.
That was weird. I think that's one of the big reasons why I stopped playing. I kept upgrading these guns, and it's like, well, I don't.
Oh no,
What are they
they just
doing?
give you more bullets. That's all
Yeah.
it did. Oh, so I don't have to swap out as much. So
Hmm.
these three guns are it.
I guess.
It would've
Somehow
been
it's
nice
so.
to s- it
Oh,
would
go
have been
ahead.
nice to see like the whole bullet hell shooter thing taken to the next logical extreme. So
Yeah.
like when you pick up a gun while your ammo was full, it like gave you like two guns,
Yeah.
like every other shoot 'em up
Or
does.
like that Serious Sam 2D game where the more guns you pick up, the more they like strap onto each other. So you have this
Yes.
7 or 8 guns and 2 chainsaws on it. I always thought that was so funny.
Well, that's where I think with it forms the gun off of that one rig piece, the blade system or whatever it was. That all the guns that you scan the gun, you have
Some
that gun.
Japanese
forever.
acronym.
Yeah,
Oh, the limb system.
yeah. It's EOS
Clinics.
4.1, like
Mark
sure,
III.
yeah, version 19. Like, all right, man, that's cool.
It's the year 2700. That's fine. I gotcha.
I just wish there was something that had any sort of stopping power.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you give me rocket launcher, it's got 3 rounds in it. Yeah, that's pretty much worthless. I'm never picking that up again.
Yeah. I feel like not as much, not really love, but not as much energy maybe went into it as something like Bayonetta, where Bayonetta just really, you felt a really great progression. There was a story that was kind of interesting because it was crazy and just kept
Yeah.
getting crazier, and I felt Vanquish just kind of coasted.
I think it's just, yeah, I mean, it seemed, I'm not going to say uninspired because it was really cool. Like, the whole visual, the whole setting, stop licking your leg. It's gross. Anyway, it looked neat. It just doesn't feel like, it felt like they put, like, is Kingdom this pass for a full game? Well, yeah, all right, ship it.
Yeah.
Like, it just didn't feel finished. Like, it was half of a really fun game.
Yeah.
So that was it was different.
It was okay.
It was a good fill the meantime.
Yeah.
I played some more Space Marine
Oh.
Nice.
this week, like directly after that, and after having a highly mobile character,
Go to
yeah,
the
Space
opposite.
Marines are lumbering dudes. Like, yeah, that game is slow.
Yeah.
And again, the shooting I felt like everything took like a gazillion bullets.
Oh, it had the Uncharted syndrome.
Yeah,
It's like, I
like
shot you in the head like 5 times. Can you at least take a knee or something? Like,
Yeah.
is it bothering you?
come on, give them what for or
Did I
something.
hit an eye
Like,
at this point? I don't. Something.
I mean, granted, the melee attacks in the game are so satisfying.
Yeah, with that like
I mean,
chainsaw sword or
Oh,
whatever.
the chainsaw sword, just sawing things in half, or grabbing the dude from this way and pulling him across, and
Great.
the slow motion curb stomp is just, you just like every time he's like, yes,
Oh, I did that!
like, yeah, it's so cool. Yeah, like I don't know what's going on. All I know is I was in the big gun thing. Like I described when we first started playing, it was the gun that was shooting off in the distance that was sending
Oh.
shockwaves through the entire level.
Right, right.
Nice.
I blew it up.
Why not?
Yeah, I strapped a bomb to the shell that was as large as a room, And of course, we could push it around, no problem.
Oh, of course.
So
Very
that
slippery.
thing blew up that. Okay. Oh, great. The train's a battering ram. Of course it is.
Why not?
So I blew up a train. So I have a giant mountain gun and a train under my belt.
I
that
ran
I've
across a
destroyed.
sandwich. I blew it up.
I'm at this point. I'll be disappointed if I don't crack a planet in half.
I think this puppy's ugly. I blew it
Yeah.
up.
I don't know. But yeah, so in the midst of Space Marine, I had another little fight session with Seven Hender, Heiko. We had a good time. We had a couple matches I had no business winning at all. I saved this replay, so in case I ever do get a capture card, I have to post this fight. So the first fight was Zach versus what's the one ninja chick? The new one, Miraku or something, whatever her name is. She does all like the divey attack things. So I'm just getting laid into like the first half of my life bar. I don't think I hit him yet, and then all of a sudden I just start a counter, and I hit the power blow, and I shoot him against the side, but the giant monster thing wasn't there, so he didn't slam him down. So it doesn't matter. So I lost that first round. Second round, I just get absolutely annihilated. Like, so we play 3-round fights, or 3-round wins. So the second one, and I ran the table on him, and the last, like, we're down to like the minuscule amount of health for the final blow. He's charging up his power blow, but she has this thing where she could do, like, she hits off you bounce, and then she does like this thing in the air, which should seem impossible to counter.
Is it?
But as it's coming in, like, boom, I win. I'm like, oh.
Take that, Superman.
It was too cool. Like, she does all these divey kick things, and like, you don't know if she's throwing a punch or a kick in the air coming at you.
Yeah.
Just managed to guess right a lot those last 3 rounds.
Never a dull moment.
Yeah. But I think I was 8 for 13. So I think I only lost 5, but
Not bad.
it was good. I think I'm 60% winning percentage on that right now.
Jeez.
And he's like, in the message to me, he's like, "Hey, you want to play some DA for I play the game once a month and roll me match?" Because that's really the only time I play it, like maybe
Since you put it
once,
that way.
twice a week, or not once, twice a week, twice a month. I maybe play DOA with him, and for some reason, since we switched to Ultimate, I've been faring much better. And I don't know what it is.
Man.
Balance
it was-
shifted in your favor, sir.
Oh, I guess it was fun.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh no.
the storms have landed.
No, Knobs, come back.
Oh boy, I think Knobs blew away.
At 1825. Well, he did say that he was having some internet weirdness earlier.
That is true.
There's a problem with this call. Oh, really?
I hadn't noticed.
Hello to everyone in chat. Nice
How
to
y'all
see you all
doing?
again.
Yeah. Whew, man. Just hearing the tree behind me thunk into the... Hey, there he
Hey,
is.
you're back.
Hi.
Video's almost
Okay.
back. All right, now we're back. Okay. Starting again in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, my Larimar pose is unfair.
Yay, technical difficulties.
Oh. But no, it's just it's maddening. It's funny because like the flow of the fights is he'll start to figure out what I'm doing, and then I have no idea what's coming at me from his end, and then I'll figure it out, and then I'll start beating him again, and then it's back. It's a riot. It's got to be insane to watch us fight,
Yeah.
just because we're so deep. Like we're not even really using combos at this point. We're just real choppy, just trying to mix up the other person, just trying to get them off balance. Oh man, it was fun. And then last night, let me see. I went out to dinner and watched the Hobbit Extended Edition. Oh, TVGP PSA. Go watch Europa Report. It's amazing. It's a movie. Fun. on Netflix. Enjoy.
There you go.
So after I get done watching, I think I watched The Hobbit, and then I watched something about tar sands somewhere.
Naturally.
And then all of a sudden I was like, all right, who's online? It's like almost midnight, and I'm like, oh, there's Donnie. He's in a party by himself playing Peggle. I'm like, okay, I'll hop in. Of course, Moon's there. So okay, we ended up playing Peggle until like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. And
What's happening with you people?
I don't know. It's just we just sit down and start playing Peggle, and just hours just disappear.
And they had to have an intervention here pretty soon.
I don't know.
The crab's gonna be there. The unicorn, that flower thing.
And same thing. Like I got roped back into Luminous a little bit until my battery died, and I was able to put that down for a little bit.
Your hand was forced.
Like, hey, okay, you're out of battery. You're done. You gotta take a break. I'm like, okay.
Okay. It's only been like 5 hours.
Okay. I just killed the battery again. Hey, dude, it's like, it's surprised the message is coming. Dude, knock it off. Like, all right, whatever. I gotta clear some blocks.
Sorry, Vita.
But the game that really has been absorbing my every waking free time has been Tiny Tower Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
Tiny Death Star.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god, I don't even know what I'm doing in it. And I just said, like, I'm like, alright, cool.
I gotta stock my stuff.
Gotta stock my stuff.
Did you play Tiny Tower, the original one?
Nope.
Oh, so this is a fresh addiction for you.
Yeah, so, yeah, building up.
Yep. Buying those elevators.
Yeah, gosh. It's just every chime that comes out, like, ooh, what's going on?
Oh, what's
What's
And
this?
I just zipped through the tutorial, so I really have no clue what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just, all right, this guy goes up, all right. Floor 3? Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, these guys need stuff? Okay. Dee.
You pretty much got Tiny Tower. It really doesn't need a tutorial. You build levels, you stock them, you bring more peeps in.
Pretty much all I'm doing. And yeah, I'm playing it on my Windows 8 tablet, but it won't let me go vertical with it. It's only panoramic, so I only get to see maybe 6 floors at a time.
Huh.
Yeah, I found that odd too.
That's a little weird.
That's weird. I know the phone version, at least on iOS, it doesn't let you go horizontal, it only goes vertical, which makes sense because you're building a tower.
Well, yeah, because this isn't as functional as vertical.
Right.
But with the tablet, it's like this wide. And you're like, okay, I can turn this. I see a whole bunch of, but I don't know.
Confusing.
Whatever. I really want some pizza.
Okay. Hannah, what you been playing?
I have exactly 2 games this week. It was a fairly busy week for me.
All right, 50% of your time was spent with?
50% of my time was spent with Rayman Origins, going all completionist on it on Vita. So I figured out how the level progression works in this. You go around to the 5 worlds, and then there's like subworlds of each world. So now there's like 10 total. So I'm like, I'm near the end. I'm halfway through.
Crap.
Yes.
It's like playing Super Meat Boy, where you're like, wow, that level was okay. Oh, there's a dark world? Oh god.
Uh-oh.
Oh god, it's the worst.
Yeah.
Oh no,
So
we went from 50 to 100,
My
sir.
body.
Yeah, so now what I'm doing is I'm going back to the first 5 worlds and doing the time trials on all of the levels. Which
Why?
Yeah,
You need to do this.
Yes, there is, because you get like a little trophy. There's blank spots on each level, and they have to be filled.
God, I hate when they do that, because it's like, hey, what do you have to collect to get this thing, huh? What does this look like?
Yeah.
Where are you not going to find this? Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, so that was.
I think that's why I'm scared to put Zone of the Enders back in.
Yeah. Hey, now there's achievements associated. Do you want to do everything?
Oh,
no.
come on.
Yeah,
Of course
you
you
do, huh? 1,000 points?
Already did. Can I import my PS2 save? Come
No,
on.
do it again. JOT calls.
Oh, JOT!
So that's been filling up some of my time. I was actually using that as a distraction while I waited for my inevitable demise by tornado this morning.
I'm going to lay down to die and play Rayman.
Hey,
Bring
if I'm
it.
going out, I'm going out right.
It's true.
And the rest of my gaming time was spent playing Deus Ex Human Revolution Director's Cut.
Oh,
and
you
I
didn't
finally
finish KOTOR?
I didn't. I didn't have
Oh.
time, and Deus Ex is too good to not play.
Really?
I agree.
It's such a great game.
How's the first
And,
boss?
the first boss was awesome because, oh my! So in the original, the boss fight was literally just like get in there, and normally I would have at this point bought the Typhoon augment, which is basically just like these small little BBs of death that sort of explode out of your torso. And I would use that to complete the boss fights because it made the game way easier.
Mm.
In this, the boss arena has actually been completely redesigned. It used to be literally just this square with a couple of doors off to the side that held
It's a
like
pillars.
grenades and stuff. In this, it's still got the pillars and stuff, but there's like an upstairs area that you can access by ladder or by vent, and you can get up there and you can hack the security systems that are observing the room. This includes opening a couple of doors that access another set of security protocols where you can turn on turrets.
Ooh.
So here's how I beat the first boss. I hack the door open. I then they actually have a new item in the director's cut that's like an auto hack grenade.
Ooh.
So I had bought a couple of those in advance, and I real quick slapped one on the keypad to the door I needed to get through, hacked the computer in there, turned the turrets on to target enemies, and then literally dropped a turret in front of him and watched it kill him.
Awesome.
Oh, wait, so that works now?
Yes.
Oh, because I remember, I don't know if you remember the first time I was playing through it, I literally drug a turret with me almost through the entire level.
Oh no, they're just they're in the boss arena now. There's two of them.
Oh!
Yeah. And it's
No, because-
totally like it's the best way to kill him.
Because, so my trials was, okay, I gotta protect this turret, so I drop it down, run around the corner, scare everybody, run back and hide behind my turret and do my little dance behind it as it's going, mowing everything down. So I pick it up, I go through the area, and I get to the point where it's just that cutscene where you go through the door, and my turret's gone. I'm like, it took me an hour to get the thing through the entire area to get him there.
I love if you
There's
look at
two in the boss arena now.
Oh man, I love that if you look at the history of this show, a lot of times, Knobs, you are dragging some heavy piece of equipment through a first-person shooter somewhere you're not supposed to and spending way too much time doing it.
Because it seems like such a good idea.
And the game is actively telling you, no, you have to leave it behind.
No, I think, I don't know, I don't think it's ever worked.
No, Crisis 2
Because
is the
I was-
other one you tried.
Yeah.
Or Crisis 3, maybe?
It was Crisis 3 where I drugged something almost through the entire game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course you've never done the garden gnome thing in Half-Life 2.
Yeah, I have.
You through the whole game?
Oh, not Half-Life 2. I did it through Left 4 Dead 2.
Oh yeah, no, I was thinking of the Half-Life 2.
Yeah, Gnome Chomsky.
Yeah.
No, I didn't do. No, not the companion cube.
No, the one in Half-Life 2 where you take them all the way and then you send them into space. Look it up.
Oh, are you sure that's Portal 2?
No.
I'm confused.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Anyway, Deus Ex. So I've been playing a whole bunch of that, and I'm almost at the second boss fight. I haven't quite gotten to that, but just, man, I hack everything, and I get as much experience as I can from, like, the smooth operator bonuses where I forget exactly how you get that one, but I keep getting it, so I'm doing something right. And then the ghost bonuses. You get like 500 additional XP every time you complete like an area for a quest. If you're not seen, which is really easy now that I have all 5 bars of energy and the cloaking device maxed out, so I have 35 seconds of invisibility.
Waltzing through every area like, hey guys, see you later.
The only thing I need now is silent running, and I can literally jog through the rest of the game.
Nice.
Invisible. So that's been really just... This game's a blast, and it's distracted me completely from KOTOR.
I gotta go back and play that.
It's really good. And I imagine it's not too bad with a controller either.
No, that's how I played it originally on PC, and it was I actually liked it better than keyboard mouse.
I like the keyboard and mouse. I actually really like the way it's one of the few cover-based shooters I enjoy on PC because of the way they laid out the keyboard controls and stuff. Just hold that, the right mouse button and you're in cover.
Yeah, I thought they did that pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really
Plus,
enjoyed
like
that game.
remapping your controls onto a 5-button mouse really helps because now, the insta kill button is just right under my thumb.
Oh man, I hate when games where I can't bind the two thumb buttons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that just
The
it just irks me to no end.
I want to use
Yeah.
all 7 of my buttons.
At one point, I think I had because I got the tilt wheel on mine. I
Yeah.
actually had the tilt wheel marked out on one game.
Nice.
I don't
Just
remember to
your
use it
lean
for.
in your
All I
game
know
or
it was
something?
it was worth. All I know it was worthless, but it was cool that I could do it.
Yeah, but that's pretty much all I played this week, besides a little bit of Tiny Death Star. But I mean, I think we've covered that as much as you can cover that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, before I start talking about the PS Quattro, I played some games on some of those old systems, right, guys?
Oh yeah,
Old
Old news.
pedestrian
Let's get these
systems.
out of the
old
way.
old hat.
Never have to talk about them again. I played a game from Nippon Ichi called the Guided Fate Paradox.
That sounds awesome.
Borrowed this from work because no one really seemed to want it, and I'd heard good things about it. So to start off, the story in this game is the dumbest in a way that I would, even if you're interested in the story, I would encourage just kind of skipping all of it. Long story
Fair
short
enough.
is you win a lottery and now you're God.
Hey,
Enjoy the game.
isn't that how it works?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
What's really interesting about it is this game is super, almost painfully anime, but what the actual game is it's a really hardcore roguelike. And by roguelike, I mean it's isometric, it's like Shiren the Wanderer, basically. Like this, it's unforgiving in, the enemies only move as you move, you have very limited equipment,
Wow.
you lose all your levels if you die. Like this is a really hardcore roguelike
F that.
wrapped in this. But the greatest part about it is, I know you're saying F that, the best part about it is it's actually really accessible. So it goes through and it spends a great deal of time explaining to you how to properly play roguelike, which is an inherent problem of the genre. Typically,
Yeah, I don't know how to play them.
Typically, it just throws you in, and it's like, oh, you died? That sucks for you. How about not being terrible at this game, jerk?
Slap.
And in this game...
And that's where I tap out and defer to the guy to the left.
Yeah, so, like, what's really interesting about this game is it spends all this time, gives you a really easy thing, a really easy intro, makes it really friendly, and it actually makes it so that if you die in the dungeon, when you go back to the main world, if you've leveled up in the dungeon, you keep the stat bonuses you've used, or that you've gained, but you lose all your levels. So even though you're level 1 again, you'll have more strength, more stamina, all that stuff. So you have a better chance of going in and having a fighting chance in there, instead of like, well, maybe you shouldn't be dumb this time, then you can win. So I feel like a lot of people are going to really miss this game. And I really wish they would have maybe marketed this and encouraged you to skip the story, because getting into it, it's a really great roguelike. It's a really great intro to the genre. God, the story is the worst. But I'm having so much fun playing it, and having a lot of fun just diving into it, and my dungeon partner and I kind of navigating these twisty-turny dungeons. It's great. I really like it. And also, unfortunately, there seems to be only like one piece of music in the game, so that gets pretty old really quickly. So,
Nice.
I just mute it completely.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
I love quick loops.
But the actual gameplay, really, really great. So, 2 thumbs up. Next game. You can all blame the Vita Viking for this one.
Yes.
I bought Spelunky on the Vita.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice.
Because I have
How
a
you liking
problem.
it? Yeah, you do.
This is the version of Spelunky I actually really like, and I don't know why. I never really clicked with me on PC. Never clicked with me on XBLA. I could not stand that version for whatever reason. But
Do you think the medium is what makes it better?
I think it is. I think it's holding the Vita, it being that great weight, having that great screen, the buttons feel great. Just I think having that handheld in my hands and playing that game, and even though it's still punishing, and I know how to play it, and I know how to break a lot of the game. It's still really fun to play through it on this device, and it seems, for some reason, it really clicked with me this time. I think I spent like an hour and a half, 2 hours laying in bed playing it this morning after I bought it. So, and that'll do it. It's kind of great because each run isn't going to be that long because the game hates you. So you'll die at some way. Like, oh, I'm gonna go toss this rock to go hit this spider. Oh, actually, it bounced back at me and hit me in the head and knocked me into spikes.
Yeah. Best thing ever.
And that's what I love about Spelunky is a lot of times you died because you did something really dumb, or like, I don't think there's any more enemies in here, I'll just run. Whoops, spikes. Or, whoops, spider landed on me. Or, whoops, something, I got a spitting snake killed me.
Yeah.
Or I threw this bomb way too close to the shop. Now everyone hates me. Okay.
Yeah.
It's still really super great. I'm not gonna belabor it too much because we've talked about it, but 2 thumbs up on the Vita version. Love that one.
That's the thing that's just because I don't think I'd enjoyed Guacamelee nearly as much if I didn't play it on the Vita.
I tried it on the PS3 because it was cross-buy, and it just never. It seemed like a smaller game than on my 40-something inch TV. Like it felt, it felt wrong after starting on the Vita and going there. It didn't. Something about it.
I think that's where I think that's where that niche of that screen, it's the perfect size for a side scroller.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's weird, like it's tall enough and it's wide enough.
Yep.
That it's just everything just looks like I played Outland on 360 and I just couldn't get into it.
Yeah.
I'd imagine if I played that on the Vita, I would have loved it.
Probably, yeah. Oh, the Vita, you're so good.
It is.
I also got Ratchet and Clank Into the Nexus that came out this week. That's a Ratchet and Clank game.
Yeah.
That's all it needs to be.
Yeah, like apparently it's 6 or so hours. I think it was $40, and it comes with Quest for Booty in it as well. So that other downloadable game, which was pretty good.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
It's certainly not my favorite Ratchet, but this one seems fine. The intro was great. They're continuing the story from the last main one, whatever time one that was, Kraken Time, I think. Continuing the story from there. Seems like they've accelerated leveling up and weapon leveling up, so that's okay by me. And the very first thing they introduced in the game once you get off the sort of intro planet area is, in Portal 2 where you could send that that light wave that carries you from place to place?
Yes.
Yeah, they introduced
the hard light?
Yeah.
Nice.
No, not the one you can walk on, but the one that carries you. The one you float in.
Oh, yeah.
They introduced that. And I was like, okay. That sounds like a good addition. I'll take that. So I've maybe only put in half an hour into it. But it's really good. It's a Ratchet and Clank game. All the voices are back. Everything seems fun. And there's a trailer for the Ratchet and Clank movie on the disc, which I did not know was a thing.
That's awesome.
That looks pretty dumb. But in the same way that Ratchet and Clank is kind of dumb in a really fun way. So probably be banging that out at some point. You can kind of pick up a Ratchet and Clank game at any point and be like, oh yeah, I know, hold L1 to throw the wrench. Gotcha. That's about all you need. And great part about it too, since we've had so many Ratchet and Clank games, not really a tutorial. They're not going to be like, oh, remember you have the mag boots? It's crazy that you're upside down, right? Yeah, we thought so too. It's just, you know what it is at this point. Played a little bit more Dragon's Crown on the Vita. Still really enjoying that. That's the place to play that game, I think, unless you're going to do couch co-op. Not only with that screen, but like we were talking about earlier, it's a great place for side scrollers.
Yeah.
So all the levels are really short, super great. Keep an eye out. Atlas has a lot of sales, so if anyone's interested in picking it up for Vita. I think it's $40 typically. You can probably find it for 25 to 30 when Atlas has their sales. So keep an eye out. All right, PS4. Let's talk about this biz.
What's up?
Hey guys, PS4 is really great.
Nice
so far.
Cool.
The first impression was really great. Console is super small and really, really light. It's really nice. Looks really great. It looks like a really great piece of technology.
It looks like the future.
Yeah, like the matte stuff looks great. The power button and eject button are super tiny, so it doesn't, from the front, it doesn't even look like anything even goes in there. The light bar on the side is super cool.
Nice.
I really, really like that. It's a really nice touch. Turning on the system was really great. Basically, you just plug it in, turn it on, and it says, hey, take this cable, plug it into the controller, hit the PlayStation button. Hey, your PlayStation's ready to go, and your controller's synced, so you can remove that bad boy if you want.
Did you use your existing cables for your PlayStation 3?
You cannot. So that's the thing that's sort of a bummer, but not that bad. So PS3 uses USB Mini, PS4 uses USB Micro. So most people have a micro cable if you have like an Android phone nowadays. I don't, but it comes with a cable that's like 3 feet long, so it's fine.
That's really sort of a bummer, though, because I've always found that the USB micro cables eventually give out and don't stay in the item they're plugged into very well.
The cable that comes with it seems pretty nice, so
Okay.
I don't know if that'll really be a problem, but I guess we'll find out. And the great thing, too, unlike the PS3, except in Europe, the PS4 by default will charge controllers when it's on standby.
Oh, nice.
nice.
So you just leave that thing plugged in on the entertainment stand, come back, and it's charged. So
Good.
you can download stuff, you can upload videos, you can patch things, you can charge your controller, all while it's in standby.
That's
So,
awesome.
You know, it's not even a thing where it's like, oh great, now I'm gonna go play my PS4 and the controller's dead, so I gotta sit on my ottoman 2 feet away from my TV. You know, like that doesn't. That's not really. It doesn't seem to really be a problem.
Nice.
And the very first thing that when you get in, you're automatically signed in. It just creates a default user for you. Asks you if you want to log in a PSN. You can say no. If you log in a PSN, you're just in your PS4. There's no big long setup. There's no, and in the background it starts downloading the new firmware. And while it was doing that, I was just poking around the settings, setting up my controller, setting up the speaker on the controller, setting the power settings, all that stuff. And then once it was done, it said, "Hey, we're ready. Do you want to patch this stuff?"
Nice.
The patch took, it was like 330 megs thereabouts. It took probably about 10 minutes to download.
Okay.
Which isn't bad. We were having internet problems here, so I don't think it was a problem on Sony's end. It took probably about 2 minutes to patch once it rebooted, and then I was done. And that was it. Signed up PSN, downloaded my free stuff, downloaded my cross-buy stuff from PS3 and Vita, popped in a bunch of games. It installs the games as soon as you put them into your PS4, not when you fire them up. And it has
so you don't have to prompt it?
Nope, you can be playing something else and it's installing something in the background. As soon as you pop it in, there's a little progress bar under the icon for the disc that's in the tray. And once that's 100%, you can play. The longest one was AC4, and that was probably about 2 minutes.
Wow.
And at that point, I could just start playing.
That's awesome.
The shortest one so far has been immediate. And as soon as I popped in, it's like, yeah, you're ready to go. Whatever. Also, we're downloading a patch, but you can keep playing if you want. Knock yourself out. It's been a really, really great experience. Hooking up my Vita and my phone to it was really easy. Spits out an 8-digit code. You put it in on the other device, you're hooked up.
Very cool.
I can turn on my PS4 with my phone.
Awesome.
That is awesome.
It's really, and you can queue up stuff from the store to download on your PS4 from your phone. It's all this stuff where it's like, yeah, okay, yeah, that sounds like a thing that I'm interested in.
Yeah, absolutely.
2 pro tips for anyone that has a PS4. They really didn't. Actually, 3. First one is turn down the speaker on your controller.
Yeah,
It's
I've heard
really loud out of the box. Go to settings, devices, and then controller, and you can change that volume. My girlfriend says settings, then devices, then audio. Thank you. Second one is
Backseat podcaster.
second one is double tap the PlayStation button to go to the last thing you were doing. So, like, if you
Nice.
go and someone sends you a friend request and you're getting into, going through all that stuff or looking at your trophies or something, double tap that thing and it'll go back to whatever game you were playing. And it's like the Vita. It's just gonna leave off where you were. It's just gonna hold on. It's gonna hold on to what you were doing.
Nice.
How's the controller feel?
Controller's really good. Controller's really good.
I was looking at it at the store. I was like, I just want to hold it.
The D-pad is way better. The controller, the buttons are really good, even though they're a little clicky out of the box. That's sort of the least of the problems. The L2 and R2 are really good. You start using it and it's sort of like, yeah, okay, that's what that's supposed to be like. It feels good in your hand. The touchpad is really nice, really responsive. Clicking it in feels a little weird because the whole thing as one pushes in, but
Really?
yeah, not
Like that whole... God, go away.
yeah, like that whole little centerpiece just sort of clicks in. It doesn't feel cheap. It just feels weird because you're kind of not used to it. Where you're like, oh, okay,
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. You think they'd go with like the space bar on the Xbox controller, like keyboard,
Yeah.
where it's sort of got 2 points of contact.
Yeah, it doesn't feel bad. It's just sort of like, ooh, I didn't think I could do that. All right.
Didn't expect the whole thing goes... Kukush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So far, hands down, my favorite feature for this console, and if every other console after this doesn't feature this, I'm going to be really pissed. You can take any headset you have and plug it into your PS4 controller, and you can have all audio from your PS4 go through your controller into those headphones.
Awesome.
I had
Wow.
no idea this existed, but my girlfriend and I were sitting there next to each other playing on our two different TVs, just with one headphone in, and just listening to all the stuff from our console. So
Nice.
someone else can be sitting over there watching TV or talking on the phone or doing something else, and I'm listening to everything in my game just through this controller. Just through
Very cool.
like it works with the headset that it comes with it, or I just pulled the headset I got from my phone, plugged it in, and it works fine.
Very
It's just a
cool.
normal headphone jack.
That's amazing.
Yeah, everyone needs to do that, please, because that to me is kind of a real game changer.
That is awesome.
Yeah. So I'd sort of sampled a whole bunch of games. I was out of town until real late on Saturday, so I haven't had too much time to play it. Popped in Assassin's Creed 4. That was the longest install at like 2 minutes.
Okay.
Once that was done, it started downloading. There's some real video chat shenanigans going on here. Once that was downloading, it finished installing, it started downloading a pretty sizable patch to fix a bunch of... Oh, man.
Did we lose knobs again?
Yep. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
I think that water bottle transfer took up a little too much bandwidth.
I couldn't take it.
Oh man.
All right, what time is this? 48:40.
Ooh, wow.
Hey, you're back. All right, starting back again in 3, 2, 1. So I played a bit of AC4, not a lot. Real fast impression. That game starts off really, really great. The
Really?
very first thing you're doing is piloting a ship and shooting the crap out of a lot of other ships.
Nice.
That felt really great. And then the second thing you're doing is they kind of just let you loose in this little island to do a bunch of killing business. So
Nice.
great. No extended intro, no real BS there. So good job, Ubisoft. You kind of learned something. Looks real great. Looks like a next-gen title. Runs really smoothly. 30 frames locked, it seems.
Cool.
They're going to come out with a patch in a couple of days that makes it 1080p native. So if anyone got... if anyone got really upset that you have to install every game to the hard drive, hey, guess what they can do now? Up the resolution.
Yeah.
So that seems okay.
That seems like a good trade-off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ironically, the game I've played the most so far is Lego Marvel Superheroes.
Nice. Very nice.
Hey guys, that game looks
pick that up.
that game looks really good.
Super next gen.
Yeah, well, there's actually it kind of does. It actually does look really great. Like the game looks really great. It runs super great. You know, some of the Lego games have been a little hitchy. There's a lot of particle effects on the screen. It looks surprisingly really good.
Nice.
And inadvertently, my girlfriend and I had tested the lend a game to your friend thing because she bought it and then just gave it to me and I put it on my PS4 and it worked. So
Very cool.
verified works. I also played a bit of that on my Vita with Remote Play. So Remote Play is super great. If your PS4 isn't on, it turns it on. It displays, if you do Remote Play as opposed to second screen, just shows your PS4 on your Vita. And
Nice.
you just control it how you normally do. And Remote Play worked really well. There were a couple of hitches, but again, I've had internet issues here, so it might have just been the wireless.
Cool.
You're able to turn on the PS4, you're able to launch all these games, do whatever you want, and go. You can even put it on standby mode if you want, whatever. You're controlling your PS4, and it worked really great. I was playing the Lego Marvel Superheroes, and it worked fine. It looked pretty good on that screen. I mean, obviously, It didn't look as good as on the actual PS4 on my TV, because it looked like it was compressing it just a little bit, but it ran great, no real hitches. I think at this point, unless they improve it a little bit, you probably won't be playing competitive first-person shooters online via Remote Play. It seems like there's just a little bit of lag there, but it worked great. I mean, it's one of those things where, like, I just hooked it up and it said put in this code, and then I'm controlling my PS4. So that was awesome too. It's everything has just sort of worked. And I was like, okay, that's interesting.
Well, it seems like that's not really the market for Remote Play anyway.
No. I think the market is really using it as, I can't use my TV, or I'm laying in bed and I just want to play. I want to keep playing AC4 or something.
Yeah.
Or I just need to go there. Oh, I forgot I needed to go download this thing. Let me just Remote Play, download it, put it in standby, and it'll download tonight. That sort of stuff. Of course, I played a little bit of Resogun.
Of course.
Ooh, holy crap, that game. If you have a PS4, you need Resogun.
If you have PS Plus, just go get
free.
it on the Sony Entertainment Network store on your computer. Just download it so you have it when you eventually get a PS4.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because right now, Resogun and Contrast are free. Ib and Ob will be up later. I don't think it's out yet. And then there's a couple of cross-buy stuff that's available that I also downloaded. But yeah, Resogun is super great. A lot of fun. It's basically Defender in a circle.
Nice.
So, and it looks amazing. It's incredible. So many people are streaming natively on the PS4 on Twitch. You could probably find a stream of that game pretty easily.
Yeah.
How does that work?
From everything I've been seeing, really easily. Basically, you open up the share, hit the share button, or hold it if you've changed the share options like I have. So I changed the share options. The default is you press the button, it opens the menu. You hold the button, it captures a screenshot. I flipped those. So I just want to hit the share button and it captures a quick screenshot, or hold it and say, I want to upload a video, I want to record a video, that sort of stuff. Cool. Seems really great. It's really easy to put in your credentials. Four platforms you can put in are Facebook, Twitter, Ustream, and Twitch. I put in everything except for Ustream. And it was easy. You just put in your stuff, and then at that point you just say, hey, I want to stream my PS4 right now. It doesn't really stream the UI, but it will stream the actual games. And there's a bunch of different options. I won't break it down, but you can go on Twitch and see basically the various options. Resogun is super great, and I played a little bit of Flower. Since I downloaded Flower, Sound Shapes, and something else as cross-buy. And Flower looks really good still. It seems maybe a little smoother, I guess. But it
just a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, Flower kind of looked fine before. It still uses the gyroscope and the DualShock, so it's kind of the same game. So if you didn't play it before, it's good. You control the wind. I don't know. I would really like Journey to come to the PS4 because I feel like that would really be a showcase game. But Sony is kind of saying that it's not. So that's
a bit of a bummer.
It's kind of a missed opportunity. Not enough people played it on PS3, so should really rethink that. But super happy with the PS4 already. Seems like a lot of stuff is already out, already available. I know my girlfriend and I haven't even started Knack yet. My girlfriend's been playing it. I haven't even started Killzone either, so I have a ton of games to play already.
Did you buy every game for the launch?
No, I didn't buy the sports games.
So yeah.
Otherwise, yes. It seems like it's a good console that has a promising start. It needs a little bit of love here and there. For the UI is really great. Needs a little bit of love for speed stuff. Some of the notifications are a little weird, especially when it comes to sharing your real name across PS4 and responding to requests for real name sharing. Seems like there's almost like one or two more clicks than I kind of should have to do for that stuff. But maybe I just don't know the UI yet, so not really a criticism. But I think if they continue to work on improving remote play, I think it'll be really great. And I think once they keep patching that thing, I think it's going to be super great. I think the second wave of games is going to be even better.
Yeah. How do you not know that? It's only been 2 days.
Yeah, I don't know. And the only other game I've been playing is this iOS game. I think it's out on Android too, called Quiz Up.
Quiz Up.
And that's 2 words. Basically, it's a quiz game.
Okay.
But what's really, really interesting, because normally I wouldn't, this wouldn't be a game I would even entertain trying. What's really interesting in it is in each category and subcategory, you're gaining experience on how well you did in the questions, how fast you're answering, how many you got right, all that stuff, and you're leveling up in each one of these areas.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a free-to-play game, and you can buy, like, experience boosters, but you don't need to, because the level kind of doesn't matter in the end, but I like filling up bars, so I like Quiz Up. But it's interesting because it's always really neat to go up. You always see your opponent. You're always playing against someone else. You always see your opponent's level at the beginning, and you always see what country they're from. So you could be like, oh, I'm level 2, and I just beat this level 13 dude from Sweden. That was pretty cool.
Nice.
You can challenge your friends. It sounds really dumb, but it's really interesting in how they took pretty much a standard quiz game that I'm sure there's 500 terrible ones on the iOS App Store, but really made it look great, really made it snappy, and putting an experience system in it is kind of the thing that makes it something to write home about. And it makes it and the community can submit questions too that they're sort of going through, so it seems like they're always opening up new categories, they're always opening up more questions and stuff, and they have a video game category, and it's actually really good. So
nice.
Fun.
Yeah, and it's free, so I mean you kind of can't not play it. So sorry, I just want to go back to
easy Shatner
playing the PS4. But that's all I've been playing, so let's take a break.
All right. I'm going to get some water, and I'll be back.
Oh, I guess I forgot to mention if Lego Marvel Superheroes is good, and it's good.
Yeah, I was looking to buy it, and instead I bought the Hobbit Extended Edition and And Superman, because I'm weak.
I really like Marvel superheroes. Seems like it's not an incredible amount of fan service for the Marvel universe, but it's kind of just enough where you're like, that was cute.
Yeah.
And you get to turn Mr. Fantastic into a teapot if you hold circle. And you get a trophy for it. Oh, I also forgot to mention trophy rarities on the PS4. They introduced PS3, PS4, and PS Vita. You can see how many percentage of people got that trophy. A lot like in Raptor.
Nice.
So you can see something like, oh, I got that trophy, and it's ultra rare because 0.5% of people got that trophy.
I kind of love that.
I really do too. And I think it's really interesting info. Like, I don't really. It doesn't make me feel. Some of them make me feel pretty great. Where it's like, yeah, like me and 1% of people got this thing, but it's kind of neat to see, how many people are playing a game or how many people finish a game.
Yeah. You know what? I do enjoy that a lot. Especially with, like I'll go through and I'll scroll down a list like, oh man, I got that one really early.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Like, no one did this before me? Like, it's like, wow, alright.
Yeah, yeah, it's really interesting. The only weird thing about the PS4 is you still have to sync trophies, though.
What?
That seems like
of all the things they didn't do is that.
Yeah, like, you can't even sync it overnight or something? Like, that's so weird. But, that's sort of the least of my concerns. Oh man, alright, how many in our chat? Oh, all the news stories set, yep, blah blah blah. Alright, I am ready to start the next segment wherever you gents are.
Let me switch. I've already got a full page of titles, by the way.
Jeez.
Yeah. Page 1, on to page 2.
There was some pretty good singers in there.
Yeah.
There were. Alright, I am good to go.
Alright.
Alright, you guys ready?
Yep.
Alright, ready in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everybody. We got releases this week for the week of November 18th, 2013. NBA Live finally comes out.
Yeah.
It's the first time in, what, 2 years?
Yeah.
3,
been a live
maybe?
game?
Oh, it might be 3, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while.
That's coming out for the PS4 and XBO.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Adventure Time. Explore the dungeon because I don't know. That might be one of my favorite game titles I've ever read.
Yep.
Yeah.
That comes out for the PC, Thirds, 360, PS3, and Wii U.
That game looks really interesting because it's basically Gauntlet in the Adventure Time universe.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So I could get down for that.
Yeah, I totally down with that because that show is weird.
Oh, I love it.
Soul Calibur 2 HD because the first one wasn't HD. For PSN and XBLA.
I will take all comers.
You heard
I don't know. Hey, do you have it Soul Calibur proper downloaded vanilla for 360?
As in Soul Calibur 4, 5...
No, Soul Calibur 1 HD.
Soul Calibur 1. I might own it. Maybe, maybe not.
I would love to test my Astaroth against you, sir.
We'll see what happens.
All right. Tearaway for the PlayStation Vita.
So excited.
Oh, yeah.
Legend of Zelda, A Link Between Two Worlds for the Thirds.
Also so excited. This is a very expensive week.
Yeah.
That looked a lot like Fez to me watching the videos.
Yeah, that game looks super cool.
Super Mario 3D World for the Wii U.
I don't have a Wii U. That's the only thing that's stopping me from buying that. That looks super good.
Right.
That's a good thing. Mario Party Island Tour for the thirds. Why is that on a hand?
All very confusing, but maybe it's okay. I don't know.
Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag for the for the PC and XBO.
Nice.
Need for Speed Rivals for the 360 and XBO.
That's a weird combo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walking Dead Game of the Year Edition for the PlayStation 3 and 360.
That's only 30 bones.
That
That's
is
a really
30.
good deal,
That's
and
a
it comes with
great
everything.
game. Yeah.
So 2 thumbs up.
Yep. The Xbox One makes its debut on November 22nd for $500.
Oh my wallet.
Launch games. Oh yeah, it's really super expensive for you.
Yeah. I'm so dumb.
Launch games are Forza 5, Dead Rising 3, Rise, Son of Rome, and Killer Instinct, Loco Cycle, and Crimson Dragon. Come on.
Very nice.
I'm buying almost all of that.
Come
What's
on.
wrong with me? I think the thing I'm most excited about. I'm really excited for the Xbox One, even though it's super big, and the controller's not really that great. I am really excited for Forza 5. I really want to see what that game is, and I'm really excited to play that game with the rumble.
The rumble triggers.
The rumble triggers, because apparently people are saying that, you know, when your analog brakes are kicking in, or when you're sort of skidding on the track just a little bit, it's rumbling and that stuff. That could be really pretty cool.
Oh, that force
sounds
feedback
neat.
would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks. I'm really not excited to play any of those games.
I'm excited for Crimson Dragon because it's basically Panzer Dragoon. And now it's not Kinect anymore. So,
Oh.
great. Love the sound of that.
Well, I might be a little bit better about that one,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Rise, the Son of Rome looks.
It looks pretty bad.
It looks
Yeah.
dumb.
I will
It looks
tell you.
dumb.
I will tell you next weekend, after I have played it, how
Alright.
dumb it is.
But Dead Rising 3 still has all the weapon crafting in it, doesn't it?
As far as I know, and it looks like it's a little more streamlined this time, so
Yeah,
it's not as. It doesn't hate you as much.
Out of all of those, the game I like the least is the one I want to play.
Which one is that?
Dead Rising 3.
Yeah, it
'Cause
looks
I am not a fan.
pretty interesting. I don't know. They took out all the weird stuff that made people hate Dead Rising 1 and 2, which is why
Hey,
why I loved it.
might pull me in for that one. I
Who
don't know.
knows?
Who knows?
All right, let's move on to news stories. Sony had a launch day conference where they're sort of they made a really interesting choice by saying, "Hey guys, PS4 is out. You know all the stuff that we're coming out with now. Let's talk about all the cool stuff we have coming out in a little bit."
Yeah.
So they talked about Last of Us Left Behind DLC. Coming early 2014, focuses mainly on Ellie's backstory. That could be cool. Never finished that game, so who knows?
Yeah.
Uncharted 4 was announced for the PS4. I'm sure that will be very pretty.
Apparently, I heard somewhere that there's no Nathan Drake in this
I'd
one
be
or
okay with
something. Yeah.
Sure.
Oh,
Try
just
something
weird
different.
Rumor.
That'd
Yeah.
be cool. Infamous Second Son coming March 21st.
Sweet.
I'm so excited for that game. Infamous 1 and 2 are not nearly enough people played it on the PS3. And those games were really, really great. Solid open world games. Knobs.
Sorry, I downloaded. I got the 2 free games. I downloaded the same one twice, and it was Infamous.
Only you, Knobs.
Of course, who else would do that?
Bungie is saying the Destiny beta will hit Sony platforms first, so yay, I guess.
Very cool.
And Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes will get a PlayStation exclusive mission called a Deja Vu.
That looks so awesome.
It looks so basically, for anybody that hasn't seen it, you basically play MGS5 as the MGS1 Solid Snake, like the full polygons and everything. It looks really great. So man, Kojima, keep being crazy because it's turned out pretty great.
Yeah, I really can't wait. So, you know how not even recently, just in the past, like, 5-10 years, there's been this big uptick in, like, ooh, let's go back to games that use sprites and pixel art.
Yeah.
I cannot wait till we go back to let's go back to 3D models that use 5 polygons.
Yeah, exactly. Remember the
Yeah.
PS1 guys? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Fighter FX, man.
Yeah. Oh
That's
man.
my joint.
I'm surprised we haven't gotten a Battle Arena Toshinden sequel or remake or something.
I
yeah.
can't believe that because that was one of those games where you saw PlayStation 2, you're like, ooh.
No, that was the PS1.
Was that the where
Yeah.
you had like the one-hit kills, the samurai swords and stuff?
No,
Yep.
that was I love that game. Bushido Blade.
Bushido
that was
Blade, that's
PlayStation
the
1
game I'm
as
thinking
well.
of.
Yeah, they came out with 2 of those games. That
Yeah.
was weird. Oh man.
What was that one
PS1.
that starts what Omi? What the hell
Omicron?
is it? No, not Omicron. It was the Omimusha.
Oh, Onimusha.
Yes.
Yeah, those PS2 games that eventually had that one actor in it. Yeah, they made. I'm surprised we haven't got.
They made
another one
like
of
3 of those, and then they just disappeared.
I think they might have made 4 of them actually.
They did.
I thought those had come over to the PS3, and then they came out with that Genji game.
Yeah.
And they're like, it's pretty much like that. It's like, no, not really.
Not enough.
Not in the way that kind of matters. So I don't know. I thought that was really interesting for Sony to come out day one and be like, hey, remember that hotness? Yeah, we got more coming down the line. Because I feel like a lot of people, rightly so, will buy a new console and be like, these launch games are great. Now it's going to collect dust, and I'm going to play the other one, the previous console, for 6 months until the next games come out.
Yeah. And now, like, you finish it, now what?
Yeah. In between all these new games they have coming out and this big indie push that they're making, great. Keep bringing more games. Next news story: Sony's also acknowledging some rare issues with the PS4. They say that about 0.4% of consoles are affected by this weird HDMI port problem, where this little flap tang thing gets stuck up and you can't plug the HDMI cable in all the way. So if you're having that problem, flatten some stuff out. That was also before they had the blue light of death thing that allegedly our good friend and fellow podcaster Musim also got, and was quoted on where Joystick?
Kotaku.
Apparently some people are using their PS4 or taking it out of the box and plugging it in, and it's dead.
Oh.
And that's the worst.
Yeah, I had that happen with my PS3. I bought one of those launch 61s and brought it home and started playing with it. Everything was great. Got home from work the next day, dead.
Yellow light of death.
Yep, the yellow light of death.
Ugh.
Boxed it back up, put it on the table, and at Best Buy and said, "This thing's dead. I would like a new one." And they went, "Oh, another one?" And I was like, "What?"
Yeah. What do you mean another one?
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, that kind of reminds me of the whole Red Ring of Death thing. It took about maybe 6 months before it really to propagate. Before it was like, oh, this is a problem.
yeah, this is a real issue. Yeah.
That was a slow burn. I honestly remember a lot of PS2 units in the late life of that console coming back when I still worked at GameStop and Game Crazy, and you knew the first sign was, hey, this will no longer read regular CDs, it will only read DVDs.
Yep.
And the difference was, oh, this blueback disc for my PS2 doesn't work anymore, but this silver one does.
Yeah.
And we'd have people bring that in, we'd be like, yeah, this thing's gonna die. Get the slim because it doesn't have that problem, or not that we've seen. You only saw it on the big, bulky,
the big
PS2s.
original ones. Yeah.
Yeah,
I miss the colored back discs.
Yeah.
I miss the black PlayStation 1 disc and the blue PS2 disc. I thought that was the coolest thing.
PS4 discs are just silver.
yeah. I was really sad when the Xbox came out, and I was like, really, you didn't go with green? Come on, guys.
Yeah, like
That
just
seems like a logical
put a little
choice.
tint in this thing.
It probably does something weird with the laser at green.
Probably. Yeah, I guess Sony has so far been rather responsive about sending boxes and trying to replace this stuff and try and troubleshoot it. They don't really seem to know what the problem is, and it doesn't seem to be super widespread, but it seems to be affecting a good number of people. We have 2 PS4s in the house here, and both of them are working okay. Knock on wood. So we will keep you appraised of the situation. On the other side of the fence here, Microsoft says they're extending the Games with Gold promotion to the Xbox One in 2014. No real date about it, but, 2 thumbs up. That
neat.
never hurts. Please
Yeah.
maybe don't put the oldest games on there.
Yes.
Yeah,
You don't want to
maybe
show
get
off
some-
your new hotness with the oldest things you can find.
Yeah.
Yeah.
P-Flux in chat says 2 with an exclamation mark and question. Yeah, we both had to have a PS4. Don't judge me. Don't judge me.
The 2 incomes, though, right?
Yes, that's the most
See?
important. 2
Yes.
TVs, 2 PS4s. It's a good time.
Yeah.
It makes split screen couch gaming not happen anymore, which makes everyone happy.
Which is the best thing ever.
Yeah. Next news story: Oddworld New and Tasty due out spring 2014. Didn't know this was coming.
Wow.
I guess I missed it during the Sony press conference. They're remaking the first Oddworld game, so that's
Sweet.
great because that's the best one.
Yeah.
The standard 2D puzzle game. So I'm kind of excited to play that game again. That game was really good. Yeah. It's releasing.
I'm excited to see how it
It's
is.
releasing first on PS4, PS3, and Vita, and then coming out for PC and Wii U afterwards. So, great. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm actually super pumped for when Stranger's Wrath comes to Vita later this month and for PS Plus.
Yeah, I've heard that's always really good, and I could never get into it. Just never really clicked with me. Towerfall Ascension coming in early 2014. This is the updated version of the hit Ouya game Towerfall. It's a 4-player co-op competitive archery game. Sort of like it reminds me.
Sounds awesome.
It reminds me of great arena games. It's 2D, but it reminds me a lot of Power Stone, where just crazy stuff's happening all over the place. 4 people are yelling at each other in the living room, and oh my god, you cheated and you're totally won. It seems really great. They're releasing it with a bunch of new features, a co-op quest mode, a bunch of new power-ups, and over 50 more multiplayer levels. So, okay. I will get that wherever it comes out. So it's coming out in PS4 early 2014, and I think it's coming to PC at the same time, and then I think eventually other consoles too.
I think I'll check that out. The phrase "hit Ouya game" doesn't really click in my head right now.
Yeah, apparently this is the game where everyone's like, man, I wish it wasn't on the Ouya because it's pretty great. That's what everyone's been saying. It's like
that's the perfect sign of a system seller.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just really excited to play it because I don't want to buy an Ouya.
No,
really, who can blame you?
Yeah.
Or the Ouya 2.0.
Yeah. Next news story: 3DS finally gets the Nintendo Network. Yay!
What? That has happened?
Yeah. Hey,
it's not news. That's just sad.
That's
pretty much
shocking.
So basically, when this firmware launches, you can unify your account between the Wii U and the 3DS, including your balances. Yay!
Nintendo does not know how to internet.
No,
and neither does Knobs apparently.
Oh. He's going out and buying a 3DS now.
Oh man.
We are almost through news stories. We're so
I
close.
know. So very close.
All right, this was at 1:18:44. This is every time this happens, I have to edit a lot of stuff.
Yay.
Bum, 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 bum.
I
there we
need
go.
tech support stat.
Geek Squad, help me.
Oh my
Does the stream
god.
still look okay? Yep. Okay. Alright. Starting back in 3, 2, 1. And our last news story here. This is me saying goodbye to humanity for the rest of eternity. FTL Advanced Edition comes to PC and iPad early 2014. It was nice knowing everyone. I don't know. The best part about it is it's free if you already own FTL. Oh no. Oh,
Bye,
no.
Boston.
Oh no. The iPad version I don't think is free if you already own it on PC, but whatever.
You'll still pay money for it. All
It
I'm
seems
saying
like such a
is
good game to play on a tablet.
Yeah.
Vita. Give me this on Vita,
I'm-
and I will play it.
You know,
I promise.
It seems like if they're coming out for iPad, it seems like they'd probably check it out. I think my only concern about it going on the Vita is I think the screen is too small for FTL because there's so much stuff on that screen.
Yeah.
But there's a really cool trailer. There's more events coming that's written by the original guy and some other dude whose name I don't remember. Oh, sorry, he's really Chris Avallone. Who's working on? He worked on Planescape Torment.
Yeah. When he's okay.
Yeah,
I'll
they
probably
have
play this anyway then.
they have a bunch of new weapons and probes. You can turn the expansion stuff off, so you can just play regular FTL if you want to. Oh man, guys, we only have a couple more episodes of this podcast before I disappear into space, so we better make the rest of this show really great.
Yeah.
What'd you play this week? FTL.
Oh, just FTL. Why?
This is FTL cast.
Yeah, I love it so much. But that's all the news stories we have. So let's take another break.
Right. I know, Boomer. I got a P too.
So in my general fear
what is
panic
this?
of I'm gonna die in a tornado,
Come
I
on.
decided I was gonna buy.
Fuck. Let's go.
I don't know.
So I ended up buying XCOM Enemy Within and downloading it. I was like, well, if I'm gonna go out, I can't take it with me.
Yeah, might as well play it.
Yeah.
All right, everyone in chat, if you got any questions here. Ooh. Oh, this show is so exciting. Go ahead and put them in chat, and
Yeah.
we'll talk about that shiz.
Indeed.
Also, if anyone in chat hasn't friended me on PS4 yet, shoot me a friend invite. I can hold 2,000 people now, so...
So do you just sign in with your normal PSN? There's no weird conversion that has to happen or anything?
No, I just signed in and it says... well, it was really interesting. When I signed in, it was like, all right, great, you're done. That's it.
That's really good
when
news.
My girlfriend signed in, she didn't have PlayStation Plus, so it said, "Hey, do you want to buy PS Plus while you're here?" And it totally said like 1 month, 3 months, a year. Redeem a code because it comes with 30 days free in the box, or just skip. And it was like, "Nah, I'm okay." And then she signed up. She redeemed that code, and then it just let her sign in.
Nice.
It was a super easy. I don't have the PlayStation camera, so it said like, "Hey, you don't have this. Do you want to just skip setting this up?" And I said, "Yeah." And it was like, "Okay."
Very cool.
You can sign in allegedly like with the Xbox One. You can sign in with your face.
Does it smell like farts? Huh?
I don't have that camera.
Some of you guys
so
are
I can't
farting.
try that yet.
Huh? You stinky. Huh? You stinky. Oh.
Good times.
Indeed.
All right.
What's up?
All right. You guys ready?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's talk about tweets.
Tweets.
Surgemeister writes in and says, "How would sales be for Xbox One if there was no social media like Twitter to influence their business model change?" He says, like used games, etc. It would probably be the original console, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know if there would have been such a huge groundswell. Maybe like a letter writing campaign. I don't know, like an email campaign, or I'm sure as it did, forums would have exploded. Just being like, oh my god,
That's such a weird thing to quantify, anyway.
Yeah, I don't know if it's. I feel like it's hard to pinpoint which thing made Microsoft reverse their policies. Was it Twitter? Was it Facebook? Was it forums? Was it all of these things together? Was it
or
or
was it
left on a
stockholders?
doorstep? Yeah, was it stock? Was it investors calling and saying like, "Hey guys, that's not no thank you."
But then you get down the rabbit hole of what influenced the stockholders.
Sure, yeah. I mean, I don't. Yeah, or was it just a bunch of people saying like, "Hey, I'm not going to buy the console if you do that,"
Yeah.
and them saying, "Well, we want people to buy this." You know, maybe not even for money. We worked really hard on this thing. I sort of would like people to use it. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
That is kind of the point.
Yeah, we made this thing, but we're not going to sell it. So
Yeah.
you guys don't want to buy it, whatever. Not my problem. All right, moving on to emails. Jeff writes in, says, have you guys used the PS4 controller yet? I have, and I know, Knobs, you've gotten hands on.
No, I have not got my hands on it. I just wanted to get my hands on it.
Okay. You only licked it, that's it.
No, I just looked at it. I sniffed it through the package.
He says, I like to collect controllers, and I've been looking for a new PC controller for a while. And I have to say, this has to be the best all-around modern dual stick controller I've ever used.
I like this shtick too.
Dual stick controller, man. It can never say anything seriously. It's got to have a joke. They fixed everything wrong with the PS3 controller. The triggers are nice, and you can feather the triggers easily for racing games. Sticks are made in a way that they won't ever slip off your thumbs, and they're further apart so your thumbs don't slam into each other, which is really great.
Yeah.
The D-pad is solid for playing platforms like Spelunky, which is really great. I really like the PS4's indentation in the middle of like where the cross meets. It sort of sinks in a little bit. That's pretty nice.
Nice.
The best part is that it connects straight away on the PC, and the analog sticks are on different axes rather than combined. So while playing racing sims on PC, you can hit both the gas and brake at the same time. Can't wait to get the Xbone controller too, but it's going to have to blow me away to replace this controller for my general gaming. I haven't plugged it in my PC yet. I need to do that. I totally forgot that works.
I didn't know it did that, or I'd have bought one yesterday.
Yeah, apparently it plugs in, and they're going to eventually release like really firm drivers for it. But apparently right now it plugs in and you can just kind of use it, and it just allegedly works. I have gotten hands-on with the Xbox One controller. I haven't played anything with it. It's a little weird. They changed a little bit of stuff on it in the way that, you know, when you feel a PS4 controller, you're like, okay, they changed everything and it feels good. Okay, I can get this. And the Xbox One controller, they changed enough stuff and you're like, okay, yeah, it's an Xbox controller, but it's, yeah.
It's different.
Yeah, like the only thing I could say when I was holding it was like, yeah, yeah, I don't know. So, I don't know. But PS4 controller, super great so far. Next email here, Kevin from Cincinnati writes in to tell us about another Metroidvania game. It is called Valdis Story, Valdis. He says, it's good, you guys will love it. It's on Steam for $15, and tell the Vita Viking, well, it needs to be on the Vita.
On it, hitting up Twitter.
I watched the trailer for it, and it seems like a really great Metroidvania game that maybe isn't the hardest, but the style looks really great, the controls look really good, so I'm just going to buy it on Steam. So that seems like...
And now you can try that with your PlayStation 4 controller.
See, it's all coming around. It's Valdis Story Abyssal City. I just searched for Valdis. It's $15. Oh, it's just released October 30th. So that seems... Oh, that's a greenlit game. All of this seems great.
It's all coming up Millhouse.
Yeah.
It's made by Endless Fluff Games, who I have found a Twitter account for.
Dear Endless Fluff Games, what is wrong with you? Why is this not on the Vita? Why are you so dumb? Love the Vita Viking.
I'll go back in their history, see if they've referenced it at all first, and then
I'll
be
do
like,
my
hey,
homework.
Go back at least a week.
Before I start blasting them.
Yeah.
Her rating is more appropriate, but
Yeah.
yes.
There might be a little pleading in there too.
Probably.
Yeah. You have to do
Always signed with love.
You just have to do the compliment sandwich. Hey guys,
Yes.
your game looks really great. I'd love to play it, but I don't want to play it on that crappy PC, right, guys? How about the Vita? Love you. All right, last email here we have from King Pip-Boy, which
You look like Snoopy, and it makes me smile.
yeah, is just a super great name. I was wondering what you guys do with console games that you've played that end up being so bad that you have no desire to finish them or ever play them again, or games that you've finished and have no desire to ever play again. Do you keep them in your collection? Just wondering, as I'm deciding what games to keep in my current collection of more than 100 Xbox 360 games before I add one of the new consoles. Curious to hear your answer, King Pipboy. I keep them. I know what I've done. I made a mistake, and I'm paying for it in my collection.
And every time you look at it, it'll be that black eye, and you're like,
oh, Guilty Gear Asuka. That's one of my worst games.
It's right there.
It's back there.
It's right there.
Yep. You know what you did. We both did. We bought a game without doing our homework. That's what we get. Oh, he's gonna go get it. Headsets down. Reaching back in the collection, next to the owl. I hear a DVD case. Boom. Guilty Gear Asuka.
Ooh.
How does this look bad?
That game's rated T for terrible.
Hold on. I just gotta see how pristine this disc is.
Brand new. Not even any fingerprints on it. Oh, it still smells new.
You know what's even worse is, you know what? They do things so right because manual. Look at the thickness of this.
Is it color? No, it's black and white. That's fine.
It's black and white, but it gives you move lists of all these other characters. But I want to microwave you.
But I can't. It's my public shame.
But yeah, that's just...
Yeah, you keep them around.
Oh yeah. Like, I was going through my 360 collection, which I think is about 120 games right now.
Yeah.
My completion rate, you know how many games out of 120 I have not finished?
30?
11.
Wow. That's a better rate than I have.
I was shocked because I was going through, I was like, all right, like, let's see what games, like, all right, I finished, I'm done. Oh my god, done.
Yeah, which ones haven't I played?
Done. Oh, wait, shelf 2. Okay, 1. Done, okay.
Space Marine.
Done.
Okay.
Like, oh man,
Vanquish.
I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
I was really surprised.
Hannah, what do you do with your terrible games you have left laying around?
I either give them to people I know haven't played them yet. I'm fairly free with my game collection. Like, I'm not a collector really.
Oh yeah. You don't
I'm
have
more
the
of
compulsion that I have, where it's like, no, I have to keep them all.
Yeah. Like if I finished a game, like I gave a buddy of mine my copy of Bully for 360 because he was like, oh yeah, my girlfriend was thinking about playing that. I'm like, I'm never going to play that again. Just take it. Just take it.
P-Flux in chat says, spread the misery. Yes.
Well, it wasn't even that Bully was bad, but this is just in general what I do with games.
Yeah.
I don't have a compulsion to keep them. Like, if I didn't like a game, maybe I'll trade it in on, like, Amazon or something.
All of this is alien to me.
Yeah, I'm not I used to be a collector, and I realized why am I keeping this stuff if I'm not going to keep it. The only games I hoard are digital ones because I don't have a choice.
Yeah. Oh man.
Any game that says this is a revolution is going to suck.
Yes, probably.
I'm reading the box.
It's a revolution in the fighting genre. Yeah, except it's the opposite of that.
Yeah, it's not an evolution, it's a revolution. Box quote, you suck.
Blech. All right, that's all of our emails and tweets and whatnot, and I want to go back to playing the PS4. So you can find us at tvgp.tv, and everything else is on the right-hand side of the page.
Oh, don't forget to join the forums. Please mark yourselves on the map. Join us for Monday Night Game Night, 10 p.m. EST. Also join us for Steam Game Night, which is 10 p.m. EST. Join the Steam group. Get reminders. Great group of guys. Some stuff gets live streamed, sometimes not.
Yeah.
It's a crapshoot for that. Other than that, go watch Europa Report. I can't stress it enough. The movie's
I've heard it's great.
The movie is intense.
Nice. The current TVGP Game Club game is still Knights of the Old Republic. I think we're going to get a new vote going this week for the next Game Club game. I haven't quite finished it, but I think I've played enough of it to say that I really, really enjoyed it.
Oh, let's storm.
Bullets.
It's still in the list.
It is still in the list.
It
You
didn't
never
make it
know.
to the top, so it goes back in the list.
That's true. Yeah, so it can still be voted
Lords
on.
of Shadows.
Yeah.
And don't forget, you can watch this Big Dumb Show live, twitch.tv/E1M1 Network. Live stream there, archived there, and archived on YouTube. I'm back to the PS4. See you all next week.
Laters.
Peace.
All right, I have 3 titles.
I have a
one.
page
Yes,
and a half
Snobs,
of
what's your
titles.
one?
I have your can't not play it.
I was thinking about the PS4. I just crap myself. I have, they're twins.
Yeah, I got that one.
I ran across a sandwich and I blew it up.
Nice.
And rated T for terrible.
Yeah, I got that one. So let's start at the top here. I got
Valdis story while we're chatting here.
Valdis.
I already bugged them on Twitter, by the way.
Okay. Hey guys.
Hey guys, game looks great. Any chance of a Vita port?
Yeah, did you put a plug in for TVGP?
Oh no,
You
that's
monster.
super rash.
You're off the show.
I'm gonna wear a pizza on my Domino's app.
All right, let's see.
Okay,
So we got
we're getting
Biff the Jump.
Okay.
The wheel fell off the wagon. Killing things real good. Oh, they're twins. God hard. But it took half an hour.
That just sounds so dirty.
It's really just the sequel to God Hand.
Yes, it's got hard.
Yeah.
It just doesn't sound wrong.
Some Japanese acronym. Stop licking your leg. Lumbering dudes. A gazillion bullets. Can you at least take a knee? Slow motion curb stomp. Crack a planet in half. He's in a party by himself. Buying those elevators. PS Quattro. Old hat. You win a lottery and now you're God. The story is the worst. My dungeon partner and I.
That's good English right there.
Yep.
The hard light. It's crazy that you're upside down. Looks like the future. Sit on my ottoman. Backseat podcaster. I just want to hold it. A bunch of killing business. You control the wind. Easy, Shatner. I would love to test my Astaroth. I'm so dumb. I'm buying almost all of that. Rumble triggers. Put a little tint in this thing. Hit Ouya game. I need tech support stat. Before I disappear into space, I sniffed it through the package.
Oh god.
Dual shtick. I know what I've done. Rated T for terrible. Still smells new. And Big Dumb Show live.
This is the dumbest show on the internet.
It's gotta be dual shtick.
No, I would love to test my Astaroth. I gotta write down dual shtick too.
That one's good. Oh man, so many good titles this week.
You know what? I'm coming around on dual shtick.
All right.
The dual shtick is just too good.
All right, I gotta circle that one.
All right.
Holy cow!
All right.
Oh.
All right, starting in 3, 2, 1. This is That Video Game Podcast, episode 317 for November 18th, 2013. Dual shtick.
Nah.
Dual stick shooter, you see?
All right, we are done. You guys can stop recording.
All right.
Back to the PS4. Yeah. All right. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us live. We will see you next week. Peace.
Yes.